Good afternoon, Bison fans, and this is part 3 of our 5-part series celebrating Division III Week in coordination with the NCAA and the President's Athletic Conference. I'm Sports Information Director Jared Plate, and sitting to my right is sophomore Julia Mouch. Julia, thank you for joining us.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
First question for you: what made you choose Division III? What sort of appealed to you about Division III athletics, and especially Bethany College?
Definitely having the smaller class sizes was a big thing. Being able to come in and play for my sport, not necessarily getting redshirted or having to set out some years, coming in and then being able to focus definitely on academics, not being owned per se by the school, having a chance to do what I want with my degree.
What do you think the biggest difference is between Division III and maybe the scholarship athletes of Division I and Division II?
Definitely more focus on our academics, our coaches. Number one thing is academics come first, and volleyball, then your social life. Definitely think there's more of a push in Division III for having the focus on the academics, really putting school out there, putting it first before your sport.
You were first team Capital One academic all-district selection this year. How much pride do you take in something like that, being a student athlete, and what advice would you give for someone that's maybe striving toward that goal?
I work hard to get my grades, keep what I can. With my major, it's not necessarily easy, so you always have to work for what you're pushing for, but if you put your mind to it, all the coaches, all the teachers are really helpful along the way. I haven't particularly encountered struggles, but you do what you can with what you have, and then if you do need help all the way along, you have teachers, players, coaches, anyone that's willing to help.
How important is time management to a Division III athlete?
Oh, it's huge. Go away for games, come back, study at 12 o'clock at night, and then try and get enough hours of sleep so you can wake up and do it all again tomorrow. So it's definitely a big thing. You have to figure out ways to manage every second of your time that you can between practice and school and homework and tests and all of that stuff. It's definitely a big priority.
Being that you got through your full second season here at Bethany, what sort of advice would you give to maybe graduating seniors in high school when they think about maybe choosing a Division III institution as their college of choice?
It's definitely nice to have the small class size, really get to focus on the academics that you want, can choose, there's the variety of majors. It's, I like I said, the smaller class sizes, the one-on-one opportunities you get with teachers to help you focus in class, and for being an athlete, it's just another thing you can do in your spare time, and it's really a good filler, and it's doing what you love and keeping up with it, and so it's definitely not something a lot of people are willing to sacrifice.
Being that you've had such success in the classroom as well as on the court, what sort of advice would you give maybe to the underclassmen you're about to be a junior, so what the freshmen and sophomores, what sort of advice would you give them to kind of follow in those footsteps and to be a success in both aspects of Division III?
Set yourself up, make yourself goals, and ways to reach those goals. Particularly, we have goals for volleyball that we do, but individually make your own kind of list and really work for those goals and set yourself up for that plan so you have a good step-by-step. Stay focused on what you need to stay focused on.
Thank you, Julia. That was sophomore libero Julia Mouch for the Bison volleyball team. Stay tuned for our next segment, which is part 4 of 5, when we sit down with freshmen on the men's swimming and diving team, Kelly Farala. Once again, my name is Jared Plate, Sports Information Director here at Bethany College. Thank you again to Julia Mouch, and go Bison.